at 7 with Melissa Doyle.
Our stories. That's why we say news starts here.
People have access to more news, but most newsrooms are shrinking. What's happening to our shared space, to the sense of common knowledge? I believe that what has disrupted us will now begin to save us. The audience will determine the future of news.
I am an assistant at Channel 10 and at Sky News in the newsroom. The future of journalism, I see it going digital. What we have, the younger generation, what we have like an advantage over journalists that are currently working in the industry is we're tech savvy. And also young journalists that are trying to break into the industry, they have the opportunity to become entrepreneurs and thinking of new ways to bring news to people, to an audience.
I started in 1977 in Fleet Street, so that's 38 years now, internationally, Europe, Asia, Africa and Australia. Well, it's certainly shrunk, even in the last 4 or 5 years. If you look at a Melbourne institution like The Age, 5 years ago it had a staff in the newsroom of between 450 and 500, that's journalists and support staff. Today it would have no more than 180, so we've seen more than a halving in the numbers in less than 5 years. The truth is, I suppose, that they're doing more with less every year, fewer journalists and producing more. 5 years ago they didn't have an iPad app, for example. Today their content goes to smartphones, to iPads and other tablets, and they still have 7 days of newspapers to fill with, as I say, fewer than half the number of journalists they used to have. It's not really a decline in journalism, it's really a decline in the business models that support journalism. There's still a need for journalists and journalism to cut through the vast amounts of information that are out there. Well, clearly it's going to be delivered in different ways, and it's already being delivered in different ways. It's being delivered on mobile devices. People are now accessing a lot of the major publications that were previously just newspapers through smartphones. That's the major way that people are getting their information. So news has to be more speedily delivered. It has to be delivered in different formats that work well on a phone. We have to find new ways of presenting news, and news has to be done in ways that the audience wants to receive news, not necessarily in blocks of text. They want lots of photographs, they want video footage. So I think it's a constant evolution as technology advances, and journalism needs to keep up with that and to find business models too that will support that.
There's a long way to go, but I believe that what disrupted the news industry will now save it, and that is you, the changing audience.